mean, who does this in a caravan? Hello, my friends. I don't know how much you can see of me, or how much in focus I am. Can you see if I'm in focus on that one? I'm going to ask my clerk of works, as I can't see a bloody thing down there. Does that look in focus?
Yeah, that looks good.
Does that look good? I've got the thumbs up from Lisa, the clerk of works. I'm probably a little bit dark, but that won't matter because I'm not particularly good looking as an old age pensioner. I'm an old age pensioner. Now you see in my hand a cigar. Now, I've just got back from Church Stretton and I'm feeling a trifle wan. So I've decided to have a glass of red wine. And, well, smoke a cigar. Now, all of you will know who watch this channel, I'm very humble. I'm a very humble and modest individual. And therefore, I can't run to cigars normally. Now, you may think, well, what's he celebrating? Well, I'm celebrating my haul of tobacco that's here. I am tapping a box, a haul. In here, is my tobacco haul. Now, I had to go to Church Stretton to accompany the lovely Lisa, and she had to go and have a checkup at the dentist. God, I'm so unused to cigars. Oh, that is pleasant. And anyway, it should stay alight, shouldn't it? Unlike a pipe. I've got my feet up. It's now time to relax. Anyway, the upshot was that while I was waiting for Lisa to go to the dentist, I went into the antique shop round the corner. And there was a fellow in there who says, well, you smoke a pipe, don't you? I said, yes. He said, well, I got some tobacco. I said, oh, good. I'll have a look. And I came away with £120 worth of tobacco. Only I've done the sums, and commercially at the moment, and this is a conservative figure, because some of these are now considered antique, and you can only buy them in sales, conservatively of about £870 worth of goods, which I shall show you shortly. Now, you take this for example. This is a Rietmeister. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not getting up. That's a Rietmeister. I need a blimmin'. Oh, I don't know. I'll use. I forgot that when you smoke cigars, you need an ashtray. What I'll do is I'll use this, Lisa. I forgot that when you smoke cigars, you require an ashtray, which you don't with a pipe. Amazing, isn't it, how you forget these things? So anyway, I popped in, and he says, oh, you smoke a pipe, don't you? Because I have bought pipes there before, second-hand ones. And we struck a deal. I think he wanted something there in the region of 150 quid. In the end, we settled on 120, which I thought was fair, because I was able to do a quick tote-up. And what I did was I opened a couple of tins to see what state the pipe tobacco was in, and they were all sealed and, you know, they'd never been opened in 30-odd years, perhaps longer. And I can't tell you how lovely that tastes for such an old cigar. A remarkable condition. Anyway, cut a long story short, I bought the lot. And I'll show you it. I know you haven't had a video from me for a bit. You had the one with me doing my Qi Kung, my morning exercises, which absolutely bombed as a video. Nobody's interested in seeing an old age pensioner wobbling about on his deck. Quite right, too. Anyway, so I'm in good spirits. I hope you all are. Just to give you a brief update before we get onto the tobacco. I've got the builder coming Monday. They're starting this week, next week. And, well, we'll see where we go from there. I don't know about you, but it's been pouring down with rain here last few days. We had a bit of a gap in the weather today. Oh, I bought, oh, you couldn't pass my my other thing off the bed, could you? It's lovely having a stage assistant. Now look at this, feast your eyes on this. An old vintage shepherd's crook, Smith wrought, wonderful thing. Look at it. I shall go up the hill with this. I've no sheep, but I shall still go up the hill with it. What I'll do is what I do with most of my sticks, especially in the winter and the ice. On that end, I shall put a spike. I shall attach a spike. So it'll become like an alpine stick. But I think you'll agree that that's a rather beautiful bit of blacksmithing. Can you see? Lovely. And I know Richard Phobes will be entirely envious of me. And who could blame him? So there we go. There's my shepherd's crook. Now, so yeah, what else has happened since I last spoke to you? Not a lot, really. Nothing at all, really. I had a new battery put in the Cougar that looked like it was on the way out, so the RAC came and put one in. See how we get on with that. I've applied for my shotgun licence too. Because you never know when you might need to tackle varmint or pot a few pheasants around here. So I got that off yesterday. But of course they asked the doctor, I had to talk to the doctor, because they have to fill in an extensive proforma to show that you're not mad. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, it should be placed. I've had shotguns and I've shot in the past, of course. In many ways, I wish I hadn't let my licence lapse, because I've got to start all over it again. But in those days, I didn't have a great deal of money, and I remember the renewal licence fee was, well, not exorbitant, but I used to live hand to mouth in those days. I'm not far off it now. Anyway, that's been done this week. And what else has happened? Not a great deal of anything, really. I'm going to relocate the composting loo, because with the builders, I don't want them wandering to the house and finding me on my throne. So I'm going to reposition the composting loo into what is the shower cubicle. Now that's open to the elements at the moment from above, and so we've got some sort of roof affair we're going to put on. So that's exciting. My tobacco's over there. When you saw it last, it was looking rather buoyant, but now it's dried up. It started to wither to about half the size, a third of the size, original size. I've got that hanging up over there, all my tobacco. You can't see it. And that's all rather jolly. And I've been taking photos with my old-fashioned cameras, which is rather analogue and wonderful. But to go back to the main event, so there I was in Stretton. I bought this this marvellous shepherd's crook, which is actually just a joy to hold. It's a thing of beauty, and a thing that was designed to be used. I haven't got sheep, but I will use it for going up the mountain for my walks. So there we have that. So the haul was a mixture of cigars and pipe tobacco. We'll start with Three Nuns, which is a good place for a priest to start. Three Nuns. Now, this is spelled Three Nuns. Now, you can get this still. And I've got not two. I don't know if you can see the tins. Not three, but four tins of Three Nuns. None of them ever been opened. None of them have any labels. Now the labels came in the early 90s telling you not to smoke. No labels to be found. In fact, one of those tins is in ounces. So that tells you how old this tobacco is. And I've got 4 tins of that. And that's nice because C.S. Lewis used to smoke Three Nuns. And it's quite nice. And of course that blend will be very different from the one that they're selling you today. That'll be the original. In fact, I've already had some. Very good. And smoked fine. Okay, moving on. We'll stick with pipe tobacco, shall we? Now, there's another tobacco I'm going to show you, which, again, you can't get now. Hard luck. Doesn't exist. All brand new, all sealed. Balkan Sobrani. I can't do a close-up because I'm not getting up. I'm too comfortable, I'm afraid. Take my word for it. Balkan Sobrani. 50 grams. 1 tin. 2 tins. 3 tins. I don't know if there's any more. I'll have a look. Got so much. Ah! Another. 4 tins of Balkan Sobrani, which is unavailable now. None of these have ever been opened. So that's a good start, is it not, for the haul? Now, the Balkan Sobrani alone would have probably justified the £120, because tin of tobacco now, by the time you've paid post, is £25, is it 50 for 50 grams? Or is that for 25? No, it'd be for 50, won't it? No, it'd be for 25, won't it? I have no idea. Maybe you can tell me, is it 25 grams most tins these days, or is it 50? I think it is 50, isn't it? No, I think we're right. Anyway, 4 of those. Again, lovely smoke, isn't it? You can't get it now, but you can get Balkan mixtures which approximate to it. Why these venerable brands had to disappear, I don't know. Anyway, got those. What else have we got? Because my haul is so old, I've got not the Peterson's versions, but the original Dunhills of Nightcap. Tin of that. Dunhill's My Mixture. 965. These are all done by Peterson's now. Gives you an idea of the age. And I say, there aren't any warnings on these at all. So these are all pre-90s. And some of these, some of the things I have here go back to the 70s. A tin of Dunhill's Early Morning Pipe. Even those tins are now worth something, you know. Oh yes, and what else? Finally, and this was a tobacco I never smoked when I smoked a pipe donkeys years ago, when I, 30 odd years ago. And that is Mellow Virginia. Some of you old timers will remember that. Mellow Virginia. Got 3 pouches of 50 grams. 1, 2, 3. What sort of state this will be in, I'm not quite sure. The others are in sealed tins. That still has the cellophane all over it, so it may be okay. We'll have to try, but I'm sure I can re-energise it with some moisture at some point if I'm finding that's a bit dry. All of these should be okay, but if they need enlivening, that's what I'll do. And that's it for the pipe tobacco. Various Dunhills, lots of Three Nuns, lots of Sobrani Flake. Fortunately, all of those, apart from the Mellow Virginia, I would buy anyway. But we'll see. I can't even remember what Mellow Virginia tastes like, but I recall not really bothering with it much. It was the sort of tobacco you could buy at a supermarket. Right, shall we move on? Now, cigars, I've got none of these are available anymore apart from one particular brand. You may be able to get these. The Rittmeister Picure. And I think that's packs of 10. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All in their cellophane wraps. Got those over there. Are you keeping up with me? Are you absolutely envious? I don't blame you. I'm just very lucky, my friends. And then I had the King Edward Invincibles, all shrink wrapped still. The actual outer carton is shrink wrapped. King Edward Invincibles, I've got 2 packets of those and a packet of King Edward Panatellas. So I'm going to be sorted for Christmas, I think. And if that wasn't enough, the haul continues. I think you'll be beginning to see that my £120 outlay is being somewhat rewarded. And I'll just rush along now. These are quite fun. And I don't think they were a lot in their day, were they? Can't get them now. Tom Thumbs. Do you remember the little Tom Thumbs? About the size of a cigarette. Couple of those. 2 packs of 10, 20. I got a packet of 50 Cuban cigars, but only small little Panatellas in there. But Havanese. So they're quite fun, I would have thought. And these big boys are worth a lot of money now. We're talking about £200 per box, and some more. We've got 25 Wilhelm half Coronas in there. And I've got, just the one of those. And then I've got 2 packs of Henry Winterman's half Coronas. All in the original cellophane on the outside, and therefore clearly the same on the inside. So there's 50 half Coronas right there. And you can imagine what that adds up to. And some of these make extraordinary amounts of money at auction because they're no longer available, a lot of these tobaccos. And that is the entire haul. Oh, what's that? Oh no, I got another one of those too. So yeah, I got 50. I've got 100 half Coronas, all in all, which is good. Yeah, I got about 100 of those. Let me turn the fan off. You can probably hear the bloody thing in the background. It's like a sauna in here. Is that better? It's driving me mad as well. Yes, it's 23 degrees in the caravan. That's with this window open. So it's quite mild, isn't it? So all in all, that was a very, very profitable outing. I was going to talk about spiritual matters, but I'm a bit tired. I mean, it's been a full day running around as usual. And I haven't got any energy to talk about things spiritual. I might throw another video out tomorrow or shortly afterwards, because I wanted to talk about consciousness. I've been very minded about consciousness. Many of you will know that I talk about meditation and about being and essence, and I talk about the impermanence of life. But what I wanted to get into is the whole idea of consciousness, you know, that I am conscious of myself now speaking to you. You are conscious of my words. But what is consciousness? Where does it reside? Does it reside in the brain? Where on earth? In the spirit? If you dissect the grey matter in one's noggin, would one locate the seat of consciousness? Or is it something that sits superimposed, as it were, upon one's being, one's physiological being, as an extra entity, as it were, that whilst it is identifiable with one's physiology, it actually is above it in some respects. I want to examine that. If any of you are interested in that, do let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video on it, because it's something I've been exercised by recently. Because anyone who spent any time in meditation will understand that the idea of consciousness is an acute one, because as one is sitting there, emptying one's mind of thought and inhabiting that stillness, what is it that's actually inhabiting the stillness? Who is observing the stillness? And where is the seat of that sense of self? And is that the same as consciousness? So you can see it's a very multifarious and complex question, and one which I want to address, but I won't be addressing it tonight because I'm tired. And but it's all very challenging and interesting, and it's, you know, in my spiritual journey, this is where I have come to. This is what has led up to my present thoughts and behaviours and ritual practices when I meditate and say my prayers. I'm doing a lot of deep thinking around these subjects, and I'm enjoying it in a sense, because truth is enjoyable. Many people live in total illusion. You know, they either spend their lives larping around at being this and being that, which is all facile, means nothing at the end of the day. It's all flotsam and jetsam on the surface of life and meaning and truth. You know, you can larp to your heart's content. Means absolutely zero. You can tell yourself all sorts of lies. Absolutely pointless. Who are you kidding? You're not kidding God. You might kid yourself, you might kid other people. But you can't pull the wool over God's eyes. So many people live in a state of illusion. And even those who are involved in religion are often in a state of illusion, who blindly believe things that they're told to believe, because for them, belonging to the tribe is far more important than truth. Because truth is difficult. And you can get crucified for following the truth. So I'll explore all that perhaps on another video, but today really was about my tobacco haul of cigars and pipe tobacco, really. And of course my shepherd, I mean, I'm more thrilled with this than I am the tobacco, because this is a thing of beauty and it will outlast me, and I shall put it to use. And I love putting things to use. It won't be decorative. That will go on the mountain from whence it came, because it probably started life in the mountains of Shropshire, the hills of Shropshire. And God knows there's enough sheep around here. And in fact, my 2 cottages, which are now 1, were probably shepherds' cottages many, many years ago. So there's a lovely sense of continuity. But I hope you're all well, my wee parish of miscreants, misshapen, misunderstood, mavericks, and you enjoy your weekend. I don't know what day. Oh, it's Saturday. I hope you enjoy the weekend, and I hope you've got something nice to eat tonight, and maybe a small libation if one's feeling so minded. Not sure what I'll do. I've been watching The Good Life again on television. That's been rather fun. But other than that, I'll love you and leave you. It's only a shortish one today. And I look forward to seeing you on the next edition of A Parson's Progress. So this is Father John signing out again with his cigar, in a good place, mentally and physically and spiritually. And I hope you are too. Toodle pip. I think my cigar's gone out. Not sure. Yeah, it's gone out.